Hello and welcome to the first development video for Creature Battle Lab. My name is Phill Page. I'm one of the developers here at Dojo Arcade, and we've been making this game well, basically since February now. And yeah, we thought we'd give you a quick video to show you one part of the game. So the game, as I say, is called Creature Battle Lab, and it's essentially a creature customization and battling game. So the first part of it is to create a creature. You can make it from the ground up to look exactly how you like. Then you give it some skills, and then once you've done that, you can kind of take it into these battles, but they're actually real-time battles rather than turn-based battles like a lot of kind of creature battling games. What I'm going to do today is just focus on the customization options that you're going to have. And as you can see on the screen here, there's a creature that I've made earlier. It's kind of a botanical themed creature. You can see he's got like the big mushroom on his back and the leaves and grass and stuff. So it's kind of a cool looking creature. But what we'll do is I will take you through the process of creating a creature from scratch, and so you can see all the different options that you've got available to you when you're creating these. So let's refresh this. Okay, so here we go. So as you can see, you start off with this sort of just a genetic blob, and it's kind of yours to control as you will. So we'll go into the appearance today, and so you have all these different options that allows you to change the creature and customize it how you want. We'll do the shape first of all. Might change it at the end as well, depending on what different eyes and arms and all things like that we've got. But it's always good to start off with just a rough shape to start off with, I think, anyway, but it's entirely up to you. So here you can see we have all different shapes down here at the bottom. These are all different shapes that you can give your creature. Now this kind of vat here, this vat of shape goo is what we're calling it right now. This allows you to morph your creature. So if we let's pick a fairly obvious shape to play around with. So let's go for this spiky one, high five it's called. So if we kind of click this and drag it down, you can see you start morphing the creature into that shape, and the shape box itself fills up with the shape goo. Now you notice that shape is fully filled up now, but we've still got a load of shape goo left. So now that what that means then is we can actually go to a completely different shape. Let's pick a good one. And yeah, as long as you've got the shape goo left, you can put more goo into different shapes. Let's try this one with a bit of a fat bottom. So yeah, as you can see, it starts then blending between the two different shapes. Yeah, and at any time you can just kind of reset. So I was just doing that as an example. And yeah, so I think there's around 60 different shapes to choose from right now. We may be taking some of them out because some of them cause a few issues, just weird goings on. So we're trying to kind of reduce that to a minimum. But let's try and make a interesting shape for this creature now. So we go with this guy, bit of a weird underbelly. I might change actually because I want to give him some legs, and this might not be the most suitable shape for legs. Reset this. Let's go for the bullet shape. I always like these devil devil is. They seem quite cool, but I won't do them too much. And I think I'm going to give him a slightly spiky back. So with this one, it gives him some spikes behind him, which is kind of cool. I quite like those. There we go. Cool. Okay, and with everything that you customize, every different section that you go into, you can actually change the color. So I'll pick an interesting color here. Let's go for, tempted on the light blue. The other guy was green that you saw at the beginning of the video, so let's go for something different. Yeah, let's go for the blue. Cool. So yeah, that's one of the sections done. So let's go through the eyes. Now it's worth noting that the game's going to be out, be initially for iOS, so that's iPads and iPhones. We'll then be looking to release the game on Android platform, again both mobile and tablets, and also Windows Phone as well. I'd like to look into the possibility of doing some sort of PC version, but it's all very dependent on how the controls translate across. Now in another video we'll be talking about the battling, and so you'll get a better sense for what I mean with that. But essentially it's just translating touch controls over to some sort of controller or keyboard and mouse type configuration. So it's just whether it feels right or not. So I haven't decided what kind of theme I'm going with this creature. I'm pretty much just kind of making it up as I go along, as I usually do. And I'm sure something will jump out at me. So we are still developing, so there's a few issues here and there. So as you can see, like the rotation for the creature just went a bit strange there. We'll be fixing that. Let's go for these eyes, they're kind of cool. With some of the attachments you actually get to have a primary and a secondary colour. So on these you can see the eyelids, you can make one colour, and the actual pupils themselves can be a completely different one. So if the pupils, I'm just going to go for a dark blue, just have that kind of dark, like the blue theme running through. And then let's go for something orangey eyelids. Seems good. Now with everything but the shape, you can actually go to this section, which is the tweak section, and kind of refine a bit more. So you can kind of change the position, how close the eyes are together or how far away they are. But the size, eyes, just these nice big eyes, and then you can kind of change where the sort of up and down position of the eyes as well. Let's go here. Okay, that looks good. Cool. So there's every single section we got a whole ton of different attachments to choose from. Now most of the attachments do fit into the creature types that we have. Now there's 8 different creature types, and they are, if I can remember rightly, so it's animal, botanical, avian, we have electro, we have magma, ice, rock, and there's one more which I can't remember now, and hydro. So that's like the water ones. Decided against that mouth. go with that. That's kind of cool. Slightly dark. Let's do white teeth rather than the dirty, mucky ones. And again, I tweak the position of it. Kind of like the mouth up a bit higher. Ooh. I don't know, let's go for a big mouth or a small mouth. Let's go big. And then, yeah, with single attachments, so when it's not two of them, you can kind of change the position sort of left and right, but I kind of like it fairly central for this. Cool. I like it. It's starting to look good. I'm going to leave the nose for now. I might come back to a nose. But yeah, so you're not, you don't have to, you're not forced to use every single attachment that there is. So it's completely up to you. Again, ears. I'm going to come back to ears because we've got the little spiky bits on the creature, so they kind of, they're making do for ears right now. So maybe later on I might add some horns or something like that, but we'll see. So let's give her, she's looking like a she, so I'm going to call her a she for now, her. And let's give her some arms. Bat wings are kind of cool. They're kind of cool. They don't necessarily fit. I like these ones. They've got like a emissive texture, so they're kind of as if they're lit up a bit. We've got other kind of attachments with particle effects on them and kind of bits that move, just to kind of try and make them look as cool as possible. I think we go for these. Okay, I think I like that. I'll change the nails. I think dark works better. I'm getting a bit of a colour theme going on here. I like the smaller arms. Let's go there. Now, one thing we'd like to add in the future, we haven't got it here, so we've got position, size, and things like that. We'd like to add in a rotation. It's not in there yet because we're not sure if all of the attachments should be able to be rotated, or whether it's you know, even feasible to rotate everything. It's just some of them it just might not work very well. So I'm going to go there for the position. Cool. So yeah, so with the game, it's one of these things that actually came from, like the idea of the game was sparked from a different project we were working on. We're working with blend shapes, which is where you saw with the shape getting moved around and morphed. We're working on a project with that where it was kind of similar to animals and a customization prototype, and you had like a kind of a dog, and you could kind of morph the face and the body and things. So afterwards we kind of thought that, you know, it would make a fairly interesting mechanic in a game, so we had a good think about it. Obviously the customizing was the most obvious route to go down, but then afterwards it's like, well, so once you've customized this creature or whatever it's going to be, it's just a case of what do you do with your creature then? So we had all sorts of ideas for sort of probably smaller games than this one, where you might have to do some weird little experiment with them, like throw them in some sort of shoot them in a cannon, see how far they went, and there's all weird, strange ideas like that. But in the end, it really just came down to the fact that battling these creatures would actually be kind of cool. And yeah, and I think with the theme of the game, it fits fairly well. So as you can see, it all takes place in this kind of weird, kooky science laboratory, and you play around with DNA and use the DNA to customize your creatures and give them different skills, and then you battle these other scientists and try and become the ultimate creature champion. So I'm liking the octopus legs. They're working for me. And again, I'm sticking with this this blue and yellowy theme. I think it's working quite well so far. There. I just want to try and change the position of the legs a bit more. I think that's about the best I can do. So again, we're tweaking all the options, so like the range of motion that you get with the tweaking feature, we're kind of changing that all the time. So we'd like to be able to give you a bit more, just more variation in what you can do. You know, we had talks about whether you should be limited to putting the eyes, you know, within this kind of range, and in the end we decided that actually we should leave it up to you. If you want to put the nose somewhere really random and strange, then we should let you do it. And for the most part, I think it's worked quite well. We've shown the game already at a few game shows. So we showed it at EGX in London, and we also went up to Manchester to show it at Play Expo, as well as we were showing it off at a couple of days at Game City in Nottingham. And some really interesting stuff came out of it. So we've got a whole load of different creatures which you can actually see on the Facebook page, which is just facebook.com/Creature Battle Lab. And yeah, we've got all the creations that people made from those shows. So yeah, go and check that out, because you can actually see just how varied and different all the creatures can be. Should we give it a shot? Let's give it a shark tail. I like that. Not sure it fits with the spiky back, but who cares? Looks cool. Cool. Okay, it's looking good for the tail. Yeah, we're starting to get there. Almost done. So we just choose a back for now. I think I might have to do the shark fin, but I'll come back to that. Quite like the shield. I like those wings, but they do make us seem a bit more insect-like. Yeah, screw it, I'm going with the shark fin. It's the coolest one. Nice big shark fin. And let's position it nice and high. There we go. Yeah, it's worth pointing out we've got this depth slider as well. So because we can't account for every single possible combination of shapes that that you can make, because there's just a whole ton of them. What we do, we give you that that extra level of customability, so that if there is some clipping going on, that it gives you the option then to basically make it so you can get it looking exactly how you want, so it doesn't have to clip, and you can sort all those kind of errors out yourselves if you get them. Let's go. Oh, okay. That doesn't appear the secondary colour's working now. It's a shame. Okay, that's one to be fixed. Cool. I think we're almost there. So I'm going to go back to the shape now. Have a play around with a few more shape options. Let's reset. So yes, there's still more kind of additions we want to make to the customizing. The next few weeks it's mostly going to be kind of bug fixes and optimizations, just making sure the textures are working correctly, kind of boring stuff, but stuff that's very necessary as well. Once we've done that, we're going to be looking to add some more, just a lot more attachments. So one of our guys, he's working on a whole load of different sets. So what we're thinking with those is for people that don't really, they're not that interested in customizing. They want to have a cool looking creature to battle with, but their primary focus is battling, not customizing. Those ones will be there so that they can just kind of pick these sets, the creature kind of automatically be made for them, and they can just jump straight into battling then. So yeah, so we got, I think we have 16 different sets that are being created right now, and we'll also be looking to do updates then, so for Christmas time or Halloween we'll bring out all different sets for those as well, so you can start fighting in the festive spirit. As well, at the moment there's just one plain colour on the base shape of the creature. We're going to be adding textures. You can get things like tiger print or leopard print and some other kind of weird kooky patterns. Just add a bit more variation. Let's reset this. Did like that shape out there. A little bit of this. No, don't like that. This one's more of a kind of sideward shape. That's kind of cool. And what I'll do after this is I'll probably adjust that tail so it fits on there. I'm liking this. It's looking very strange at the front. But it's fine, we can sort that out. Let's make her a bit wider. Okay, something like that. Okay, I think I'm a fan of that, so now I'm just going to go back and kind of adjust all the different attachments so they fit nicely. So let's try this tail first of all. Let's get him in there. Let's put the depth in, so that fits much nicer. Again, we'll do the same with the legs. Make sure they're looking all nice and fitting. I'm going to try and get something that's a bit flatter at the bottom. It's looking a bit strange with these tentacles. That's all good. Yeah, they look good there. Ears. Let's try the ears now. We haven't got the spiky bits. Okay, now give us more interesting ears. We've played around with loads of different kind of ideas for the UI user interface. I think this is like our third iteration now, so because it's quite a kind of UI heavy game, at least for the customizing part of it, we really wanted to make it as kind of user friendly and intuitive as possible. Especially with the shape, that was a really tricky one. We had this point system before. It was all done with numbers, and I think it just made it a bit more kind of maths, you know, not maths based, but just scary looking with numbers. And we've made it a bit more visual now. You can actually see all the shapes. Before they were just kind of, I guess like you see here, it was just the names. Whereas now it's much more visual. And even now, the user interface is something we're still tweaking, refining. We're having another go, kind of doing a bit of a prototype with the UI just to make it more streamlined. Let's give us some kind of cute teddy berry type ears. Depth in. Kind of like that. About there is good. Let's just change the colour. I think we might be good to go then. Just going to have one more play around with the shape. To this bottom section. Again, one of the optimizations we're looking to do is that once you've used up your shape goo, all the shapes that you haven't put goo into will disappear, so you get a much more streamlined kind of selection of the shapes, and just the ones that you've actually put the goo into. So I think I'm going to have to take some goo out of this one just to. Cool. I think that is about it. So yeah, that's a creature created from scratch. So yeah, quite a difference from just the blob that you started out with. Hopefully you can see just how much variation and kind of tweaking and customizing you can do with it. So yeah, hopefully we'll be showing a new development video next month. Going to try and do one a month, and hopefully near a release we'll kick that up a bit and maybe try and do one a fortnight, something like that. But yeah, so this is the first one, and yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you soon. Thanks for watching.